If you're someone who's wondering why a bunch of people just don't want to work anymore, here's a bunch of reasons why people don't want to work anymore. I got yelled at for getting pregnant. It was a tech desk job and I was 30 years old. They were mad because I was filling in for someone on maternity leave. They piled on extra work and kept me there way after closing. I lost the baby. My mom was diagnosed with cancer and I took approved time off to look after her. I was gone 4 weeks. I returned to work and was fired by the manager who was also my mom's friend who had also attended my mom's funeral. I got fired for supposed time theft. I was shift lead and at the end of the day, we had to all clock out to run the EOD program. It was a 30-minute process. All managers would adjust our times for the 30 minutes. Because of course no one was going to do that for free, all managers were fired for this. I had a boss once who was such a narcissist, a legit dictator, and a complete moron. One day, he asked one of my coworkers to measure one of the windows, but instead of giving her a tape measure, he gave her a dollar bill. He didn't think she was smart enough or capable enough to use a tape measure, so he gave her a dollar bill to measure the length of the window. I wish I was joking. I got fired from McDonald's because I had appendicitis. I had to have emergency surgery. I didn't give them enough notice to cover my shift. My appendix was gangrenous and I nearly died. But sure, I'll work another shift. Worked at an auto parts store, was putting a battery in a guy's car, got done, and then he told me he was proud of himself for letting a woman replace his battery. I was speechless. I got written up for being late to the line once. The manager that wrote me up was talking to me on the way to the line. I left on my break and never looked back. I had to go to the ER due to becoming blind in one eye, called the manager, and he asked if it was an emergency or could wait till my day off. HR refuses to hire more staff. We have been working 12 days on, 2 days off for nearly 2 years because we rotate weekends. My manager successfully campaigned to work from home 2 days a week, so she only has to go into the office 3 days a week, while we work 12 days straight. When she's home, she blows up our phones with things we have to do, including stuff that is her responsibility as manager, but can't do since she isn't physically there. And number 10. I just got fired for missing work. I was hit by a car while walking into work 15 minutes early, was rushed to the hospital for my injuries. I was called by my boss while I was laying in the hospital bed with an IV in my arm and nurses around that I missed my shift and I am fired. I'm still in the hospital. Let's just go wholesome. I was in a bad motorcycle accident. My boss created an office job for me, came and picked me up and brought me home and fed me 2 meals every day I worked. I was a bartender and couldn't work for almost a year due to my injuries. There are good bosses out there. I manage a small office with shifts. Advised my girls if they have an emergency and need to leave, they better call me when they are on their way to their family, not to get permission to go. Family first. That's the way I would want to be treated. And that right there is how a good boss or manager should act. Just be nice. It's not hard.